This is never, I don't know if this is going to ever happen again where we get this much talent in one room. Let's have a little bit of a party and then I promise we'll get to work. So it was fun.
Hi, Craig.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, good. And you?
I'm great. I'm great.
Thank you so much for your time. It's a pleasure to talk about this fun movie that I like it a lot.
Oh, good,
And
good.
yes, yes. Did you feel like any pressure like to bring back these characters after 33 years?
There was tremendous pressure. And there still is. I love the movie, just the original movie, just like everybody else does. So I'm sure that if I found out there was a sequel to Coming to America coming out, I would be very protective. I would want to make sure that they were doing it the right way. And I think that I don't know. I think when Eddie asked me if I'd be interested in doing it, I thought that I could be a good protector of the movie. That I could at least know what people love from the original, what we can tap into, what we could do an homage to, and have little Easter eggs in, but also kind of move us forward and see where Akeem is as a father and king now, having to deal with a whole new host of problems.
Yeah, I really enjoy watching, and I love that you guys brought Queens to the Zamunda. Sorry, Yeah, it's amazing the way that you guys did. So let's talk a little bit about the costumes. Like it's amazing, so detailed, it's so perfect. Actually, the dance is everything. Can you talk a little bit about that with us?
Well, if you're gonna do a movie where you need spectacular costumes, then you make sure you get Ruth Carter. That's what you do. And Ruth, who won an Academy Award for Black Panther, also worked with us on Dolomite Is My Name, the last movie that Eddie and I did. And she was my first call. Like when I knew that I was directing the movie, I called her to say like, okay, how are we going to make this movie? Because to some extent, what we do, we're gonna either succeed or fail here. And what I mean by that is that like, how much are we going to steal from the original and how much are we going to make new? And she had a really good take on what Zamunda should look like. And we were able to incorporate tiny touches from the first film and place them throughout. I always bring this up, but there was this one costume of the lion head from the first movie that James Earl Jones wore that was kind of wrapped around him. And Ruth was like, well, we probably don't want Eddie wearing the lion head because, it's 2019 and people aren't going to want to see like, especially his three daughters aren't going to want him walking around with a live, with a real lion pelt on his chest. So we created like a golden brooch of a lion's head that had a cape that wrapped around him. So there were touches that we always were inspired by the original movie to then incorporate into something new.
Yeah, it's amazing, like the dances and everything, and the cast, of course. Like how was like work with this fabulous cast? Like everybody's so talented and bringing back the old cast members.
We were there to work every day, but really for like about 10 minutes, it was a good party, because people hadn't seen each other in a long time. There's new faces that want to hear about all the old stories. I'll tell you what, like sometimes when I would be filming with Tracy Morgan, right before he would arrive to set, I would start to hear music. And I'd be like, oh, does somebody got like some cool songs? And Tracy would come in and he had one assistant, and all this assistant would do was carry around his Bluetooth boombox. And Tracy Morgan just came, coming in with music, and everybody just started dancing. And I just told my team, it's like, this is never, I don't know if this is going to ever happen again where we get this much talent in one room. Let's have a little bit of a party and then I promise we'll get to work. So it was fun, but we had a high purpose. We really wanted to try to make a movie that would entertain people. I'm just so glad now with everything kind of the way things are in the world that people can take a break and maybe just have a good time in Zamunda.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So Craig, I just want to thank you so much for your time. You nailed the movie. It's super fun. I loved it. And I hope everybody liked it as well. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
Of course. Bye-bye. If you like this video, don't forget to comment, to like, and subscribe to our channel right here.